Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a married couple in love. We love reacting to some Obi-Wan Kenobi.
We do. We do love that.
Can't believe there's only two more episodes left.
I have no idea how they're possibly going to wrap up everything in 2 episodes. Like, this has opened yet another door into the Star Wars universe that we need more of.
That we do not want to be closed.
No, not at all.
Yeah. Anakin?
Oh, there you are. I was beginning to think you weren't coming.
Then maybe I stand more of a chance this time. Then let's begin.
Very pretty environment to spar in.
Yep.
Where is he?
The tracker worked. He's arriving on Beam as we speak.
Kneel. Grand Inquisitor.
Yeah, you got everything you wanted. Like you thought you were owed.
Captain. We leave for Beam at once.
We'll see if she really likes him now that she has him.
Yep. I have a feeling it's not going to satisfy that empty hole in her.
This is going to be so bad.
Yeah.
Archer, what are you doing here?
Right after I saw you, I got into a fight with that scary lady Inquisitor. Now I'm wanted by the Empire. So now I know what it feels like being a real Jedi. It's not easy. This place is good business.
It's a cool shot.
Lock down the facility.
If we seal them in now, they can hold out for days. If we cannot break them,
It is not them we need to break.
Well, they would have kept better track of her droid.
The Imperial destroyer just arrived in orbit above us.
she must have tracked us.
It's not her, it's Vader. He'll attack next. He isn't the patience for siege.
How do you know?
You're too aggressive, Anakin. Be mindful. The Jedi's goal is to defend life, not take it. If we defend our position together, then by the time they get inside, we'll be gone.
You heard him. Let's move it, people. Let's go.
Give me a lot of deaths.
I hate to say it, but when you are the Resistance, you have to understand you have a risk.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Grand Inquisitor. You fail this mission, you might lose that title real quick.
You might lose your life.
Mm-hmm.
Such a pity.
We're trying to blast through the outside door. Broken. We need the hangar roof open.
That was underwhelming. Did you try going in the vents to see what's going on?
I'm a little too big to be crawling around in the vents.
My droid
We're
can.
going to need a ladder.
It's not playtime right now, Princess.
Do as she asks.
Damn
You
right.
trust me? I trust her. Get her the ladder.
Yeah, Obi-Wan!
Oh, she's so stinking cute.
She's not gonna like it when she realizes Lola is, yeah.
If he's found you, if he's learned of the children, if I don't hear from you soon, I'll head to Tatooine. Owen will need help with the boy. I pray you're safe, Obi-Wan. Both of you.
You know, I was following orders on Corral. 14 people died, 6 of them were children. And I couldn't do anything to help them. So now I do this. One for everyone I get through. Some things you can't forget. But you can fight to make them better.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
There you go. That's what you need to do.
Tell the Inquisitor I want to talk.
If this is you stalling for time, it won't work.
You knew who Vader was. Well, how did you know that?
Unless you were there.
It doesn't matter where I was.
The night of Order 66.
You're right,
You were a
beautiful.
youngling. That's how you knew. You saw him.
Stop.
Anakin killed the others.
Way to go, Obi-Wan.
You felt the anger in you.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was there to help us. They were the only family I knew. And he slaughtered them.
So why are you Looking for him.
So she can get close enough to him to kill him.
You're not serving him, are you? You're hunting him.
Do you really want Anakin dead?
Because he had the chance and didn't do it.
Where were you? While he was killing my friends. He was your Padawan. Why didn't you save us?
That's a heartbreaking question.
Yep, one he's been asking
I
himself.
don't need your help.
Well, she just got a whole lot more interesting.
Yep.
Fall back, guys.
Back
fall
up.
Back.
Gotta bottleneck him more.
Good droid. I like that droid.
And up. Yeah!
Packs a punch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think she was making it out
Her and her droid.
there. Yep. Obi-Wan, you can't
You're not gonna
save
get to her,
her.
Obi-Wan. You're not gonna get to her.
Oh. They're making like the droid's death sadder. He dies trying to protect her. His last act.
Go. Yes. Good job.
I mean, there wasn't much of her character, and she wasn't in it for very long, but like, it was a very emotional scene. She made an impact.
She's a freaking great actress. She really is.
Anakin does learn.
Admit you're beat.
It's over.
Yep. He may play right into the trap.
I fought for too long. You can't just throw that away. You surrender, she died for nothing.
Yes.
Yep, there you go.
Coming.
That's why I have to stop him.
You going to fight him?
He expects me to surrender. He knows I'll do everything I can to protect these people.
So why give him what he wants?
You want to tell me? Are you going to fight without a weapon?
There are other ways to fight.
Bad Lola. I know she's corrupted, but still.
He's on his way.
You're not bringing him to me. I'm bringing him to you. This isn't over yet. Are you going to let him do it again? What he did to you.
Guess maybe she has this conversation in private.
What makes you think he won't see it coming?
Because all he'll see is me.
It's worth a shot.
Obi-Wan's right. Anakin's very emotional. He gets very...
Tunnel vision.
Some fancy lightsaber work there.
There. Your weapon's gone. Your need for victory, Anakin, it blinds you.
I hope you're right, Ben.
I have him secured inside, my lord.
Yeah, it's okay. I just left him with 2 stormtroopers. Oh. Yay! Lola's back.
Now Lola can help her fix it, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well done.
Where's Hala?
Oh.
Let's go.
Did he drop?
Come on, we need to
The
get
Senator Organa.
Okay. Oh yeah, I mean, I knew he was that powerful.
I know, but still to see it, especially a blast off for a ship. Seriously, then that would break a ship too.
Yep.
Well, it's broken now.
Ha! Yeah!
Hell yeah! Oh, he's gonna be so mad.
Yep. You knew what you were gonna do.
You're a great warrior, Anakin. But you'll need to prove yourself as your undoing.
Well, not now. Yeah, this was the wrong time. Like, when he's with Obi-Wan.
To use you against me.
He's not even pulling out his lightsaber.
Nope, doesn't need it. He's doing some like Matrix Neo shit. Oh, that's cute.
Oh man.
Roll on the ground for it.
Did you really believe I did not see it, youngling? You are of no further use.
Oh, wow.
Hello, third sister. Revenge does wonders for the will to live.
That's a good twist.
Your rage was useful. Now it is tiresome. Goodbye, Grand Inquisitor.
Well, now it makes more sense why he like didn't kill her and like was not defending himself when he was clearly like opening himself up to like get killed by her. But okay, now it all makes sense.
They didn't show them picking up that tracker. They showed it falling, so we know it's important enough that it fell.
Something's wrong.
Well, Tatooine. Boy. Oh, boy.
Oh God. So is the third sister dead? I mean, like, so what is she gonna do with this information now? I mean, because Vader stabbed her in the gut or whatever, and kind of left her there. But it seemed like when she was climbing, it strained her so much to grab the lightsaber. Then all of a sudden, when she got the little like hologram thing, like all of a sudden she stood up. She's like, oh okay, let me put this thing together, and she seemed fine.
I don't see how she could survive being skewered with a lightsaber.
Right?
So I don't know how this is gonna...
How do you think the Grand Inquisitor, though, survived when she did that to him? And it looked like Vader did that to her when she was a kid, too. Because they were like recreating that whole scene.
Yeah.
But, like, before, was there, like, a droid or something that stopped it? Like, what was it? Because... And whatever she used to stop it the first time against Vader, it seemed like Vader used against her with the Grand Inquisitor. But I don't know what that was. I don't know, like, how...
Well, I mean, Vader's been reconstructed through robotics and some fancy tank that he sits in underwater. And
yeah.
I mean, so they
could have done that to the Grand Inquisitor, yeah.
Some incredible powers of medical technology to help a lot of things. The
True.
only problem is she's left there alone without that and without any help. So it is hard to imagine that she survives this, and yet she's the one with the missing information, so...
Yeah.
They made such a point of that dropping, of her finding it, of her hearing about the boy.
Yeah.
It's hard to imagine that she's not going to come into play in the next episode.
Ilaria Sand's death, very impactful, especially her and the droid. And like the droid just like shielding her at the end and then just falling over. I mean, that was very heartbreaking for two characters. One who didn't speak at all, and the other one who like was only like in like a couple episodes and, you know, didn't have that big of a part. But yeah, it was good.
I think it also kind of goes to show with what, and we keep calling her by her Game of Thrones name. I feel terrible that I don't know the actress's real name, but I mean, I loved her when she was in Rome. I loved her when she was in Game of Thrones. She's a fantastic actress in everything I've seen her in. Her speech about how she was just doing a job and it seemed like it was the right thing to do was, people who weren't paying their rent, so they had to go and collect. Betrayal is such a big part of the Star Wars story. Yeah. And I think it makes sense because it's one of those emotions that is probably one of the most challenging to forgive. People can wrong you in a variety of ways, and you can forgive them and move on, and it can roll off your back, and it's not that important. It can be very devastating, but it's not the end of the world. But somehow betrayal is always that one that burns a lot hotter and a lot more painfully. And it was her being betrayed, being used as one of their pawns for the murder of innocent people that gets her to go on a journey of ultimately self-sacrifice, but she had a little tally of all of them that she took down because that was her new life mission. I mean, I think betrayal is one of those things that it can change your life because her whole mission in life became about reversing the bad that she had done when she was used.
Well, I kind of liked it during that scene, when she was telling Obi-Wan that stuff. I swear, look at Obi-Wan's face was okay, other than telling the audience your backstory, why are you telling me this? And then she was you got to get back in the game, basically, and, there's a reason to fight. And, because I was wondering the same thing, I'm okay, this is good exposition, this is a good backstory into your character, but it seems a lot kind of random that you're saying this right now, but then she finally justified it, and I was okay, that's better.
Well, I mean, we got to get to know her before they kill her off.
Yeah, because then that's more impactful, of course.
But I also like the fact that, I think when you see shows like this, when good and evil seem so obvious, you have the Force and you have the dark side, and it's very clear cut. And of course, all of us sit here going, well, obviously I would be a Jedi, I would be in the Resistance, of course. But, when you look historically at events, we always think we'll be on the side of right, and yet there were a lot of people on the side of wrong, or majority of the people were on the side of wrong at the times that these things happened. That's why they happened. So I think her backstory being she was a normal person who took a job, and then that's what happened. It makes her more interesting.
This, of course, adds to Darth Vader's badassery with that lightsaber fight where he just didn't have a lightsaber that time. And, I said it while we were watching, reminded me of Matrix, of when Neo was, going with just one arm, fighting the agent or whatever. That was kind of what it seemed like with Vader, just toying with her, flipping her all around, stopping it here and there, not even breaking a sweat, and just his moves were so graceful, and it was interesting seeing that because when we had seen him against Obi-Wan, young Anakin, he was very aggressive, and he had some cool lightsaber moves or whatever, flipping it around and everything like that. But it wasn't graceful, really. It was just just a blistering attack. So I liked them showing that and showing how much he has learned, and even though it might seem Obi-Wan got the best of him this time, it's he's learned from Obi-Wan.
So I'm going to make a comparison here, because what I noticed is that when Darth Vader was fighting the third sister, he was very in control, he was very unfazed by what she was doing, he had the upper hand the whole way through, and he was in control of that scenario. Yeah. It was not the same as when he fought Obi-Wan, even though he is now equally or stronger in this moment, because Obi-Wan didn't have his Force skills back completely yet. In that one, he was very much like Anakin. He was just going after the kill. He was very focused on victory. He had to have the upper hand. And the comparison that I'm going to make, or the contrast rather, is it made me think of Giancarlo Esposito. Am I saying his name right?
Giancarlo Esposito, I think.
Giancarlo Esposito. Because whether you watch him in what we're watching right now, Better Call Saul, or if you watch him in The Boys, which we're also watching him in, what I love about his character in both of those, and pretty much I think most of what I see him in, he is always in control. And if you haven't watched Boys yet for the latest season, I'm not going to spoil it, but I will just say that there is a scene with Homelander in which, by rights, he should not have the upper hand. Mm-hmm. And yet somehow, he is still always in control. He's always got the, not necessarily the upper hand, but he's never at a disadvantage. At least not openly, not obviously. And that's Anakin's Achilles heel. Like, he can't control himself in that way. And Giancarlo Esposito, he has that amazing control. He's sort of Jedi-like in his fashion. And that's what makes, I think, a stronger opponent.
And the third sister was pretty dumb. I mean, like, and when Obi-Wan was talking to her, he's like, yeah, like, you know, Vader's going to be really distracted with me. That's a great time to strike. But, I mean, just because Vader was, like, looking, you know, up at where Obi-Wan's ship had gone by and was kind of, like, seemed distracted in that moment, that was a terrible time to attack. It's like, you know, I mean, attack him when he's, I don't know, interrogating Obi-Wan or something like that. I mean, I don't know. It just seemed like to wait your entire life for the opportune moment, and then you didn't trust Obi-Wan, and you were kind of angry with him because he, you know, had trained Anakin and everything like that, and was never there for you. But like now, this like one piece of advice you're gonna take, but you're gonna like use it you're gonna execute it very poorly. That was very dumb on her part.
Well, I was just thinking in terms of like, what would I have done? And the thing is, you know, Darth Vader has the Force. You know, he can like see into your mind and read your emotions and all this kind of stuff. So I'm like, you know, if he's looking up there like, damn it, he got away. Mm-hmm. Just kind of like belly up right beside him. Be like, well, shit. But have your hand on your hand on your lightsaber and have it pointed at him so that all you have to do is flick it on and it skewers him. Like when you go for this, I'm gonna have the big dramatic showdown and the big wind up. Cinematically, I get it. This is what you have to do. You have to be the big dramatic moment. There has to be the special effects and the right timing and the camera angle. I get that. But if we were just to suspend our cinematic needs for a moment and just go with like the objective. The objective is kill Vader. Mm. If that's the objective, not look awesome while I try to kill Vader, then just get the job done. Like just, you know, have your lightsaber on your holster, but just kind of like, you know, turn it out towards him and just click the switch. Yeah, you know, much less effort for him to like see that coming if you just flip the switch than if you have like,
he's all sad about Obi-Wan going off. Just like, you know, you give him a hug, and then you put the lightsaber on and it goes through both of you. And you just hold it there. That would whisper in his ear.
That would be a badass way. I'm kind of actually disappointed how they didn't do it that way. Because, like, if her whole mission has been to kill him, here's the opportunity to, like, go out with a bang. That would have been pretty badass.
Yeah, but, like, what is she going to do? Like, I mean, she's not really going to hug Darth Vader.
He's not a huggable guy.
Exactly.
Still a great idea, though.
I'm glad they didn't do that. I'm glad I'm not
Vader, bring it in.
I'm glad we're not in the writing room for Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah, but...
So I'm just spitballing here because I don't want this to end. And we've only got one episode left. Disney Plus. It doesn't have to end. Like, you could make another season and just call it Darth Vader. But it could still be about these guys. That's all I'm saying. Like, I get it. You've already put out there that you want Obi-Wan Kenobi to be one season. That's fine. You don't have to go back on that. Mm-hmm. Just make a Darth Vader series that picks up where this leaves off. That's my little gem for the day.
The Leia and Luke story.
Yeah, but Leia and Luke don't intersect until later.
No, I know, but they could still, like, you know, have, like, you know, each of their lives as what they're doing, what's going on with them. They could call it the nanny cam.
The nanny cam.
So you have to let us know what you thought about this episode down below in the comments. And yeah, if you want a full reaction to Obi-Wan Kenobi, go ahead and check out the description of this video, link to our Patreon. We're reacting to other series on there as well, like The Boys we had talked about earlier as well. And Clone Wars, of course. Thanks so much for checking out our reaction to Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 5, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.